And just like that, folks, we hit Striker. We hit Striker, and we have officially an 80% win rate with dragons. 80% win rate with dragons. Welcome back, everyone, to Random's Thoughts, coming to you today with another Runestrike deck breakdown. This time around, we went from Ruby to Striker, the newest and highest rank within the game. What did we do it with? Well, if you're a fan of scales, fiery breath, and some wings, you might be excited by Here Be Dragons. Now, a lot of the discussion, well, all the discussion, as well as the games, are going to be pulled from recent live streams where I streamed basically the entire climb from Diamond into Striker. So you'll have to forgive some of the chat interaction, but that's the fun of being live stream. So let's jump into it. So this is the current Dragon deck. You could also, I gotta put this in the, if you see the commands in the title, RS tracking and RS decks, those are documents that I maintain for what I'm doing with various stuff in Runestrike. So the Dragons list is now in there. It is not complete. I definitely would want to make changes to this, but I just don't have some of the cards. I've been holding off on playing it because it's supremely essence heavy. Like, I don't think you can play this deck without all the high-end legendaries. Like, it's obviously an incredibly tempo-negative deck, right? That the curves start, like, look at this. We have 9 cards at 8+. That is not reasonable. That is not a good way to build decks. But it completely revolves around the idea that you can A3 your way to victory, kind of. You end up, and I played multiple games where you end up playing multiple dragons in a turn. Or you could, as I think we had in one of the later games, you play Crazed Alchemist or a Mermaid and then into Thunder Dragon so that you can get the stun off without having to set it up ahead of time. Obviously, you also have board fills with Broodmother and a bazillion board clears in Meteor Storm, Tartarus, Arc Thunder, Inferno, Set. Plus, you have targeted removal in the form of Combust and Annihilate. Like, you can stabilize, but I didn't run into Ogma aggro. I would expect it gets run over by that. It obviously gets rolled by the combo decks that won't be a thing in the near future. But I think this would actually kind of want to run Sandworm, depending on what the changes are to it. There are a variety of other dragons that could end up going in here. Like Dread Striker, we definitely utilized well, but it's clearly one of the weaker dragons. It doesn't have an immediate board impact. It's not actually that big of a threat. It's air quotes only 8, which sounds like a lot, but all the dragons are in the 6 to 10 range. So, well, the ones we're running anyway. So you could get more bang for your buck out of here. I would love to fit in more Sever the Source or Dimensional Rift. But it's a very tight deck list. Manticore is another thing that I would like to include. I don't even think I have a second one. This is the list I started with, and then I just never made any changes. So going Ruby to Striker, it has an 80% win rate. It was 93% win rate going first and a 70% win rate going second. 82% at Ruby when I was playing against a Ruby or higher opponent. 80 when it was Sapphire and higher. 77 when it was Diamond and higher. And I think I've only played like one Striker person. And that was Doc, and I lost because it was the combo. 80% win rate while I was in Ruby. Now, the win rates from my opponent's ranks, I was assuming. So the more accurate measure here is I had an 80% win rate when I was in Ruby, 100% win rate when I was in Sapphire, and a 73% win rate when I was in Diamond. All of which is, like, I honestly don't think this deck should be winning. I'll be honest with you. But it's a lot of fun to just play big, scaly monsters. It's cool. It's fun, and Some of the plays with Inferno Dragon were super fun. You can almost feel through the internet your opponent's despair when it's like, bang, I've wiped your board for the third time, and not only that, I have 2 or 3 dragons on the board, and I'm going to continue playing a dragon every single turn until you're dead. And that's probably not going to be very long. Like, we've had a number of games that we played tonight where I was down, say, 70 or 80 life to, like, 40, and then we closed the gap in short order because the dragons just punched so damn hard. But obviously the deck can be improved. I think as people's builds in general improve, this will fall off. But I kind of just wanted to do it. The deck is fun. But that'll do it for this particular deck breakdown, everyone. So as always, before we jump into some games, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and Black Lives Matter. Generally, when I'm seeing harvests on Emirates, big regrowth outside of that, I can't remember seeing it. That's fair. So we got Darlock. We are on the play. So this could be bad. A3 is a problem. And we have no way to push them to use their blood, really. We're going to give them 1,000 turns to be able to A3 something. And then we may not get multiple things out to present enough threats to make them continue to A3. So we want our big stuff on the left so that we need to play big stuff here so that everything else gets to attack first, kind of thing. We don't want like a big thing on the right eating one of our attackers and then we screw up combat. So yeah, Chad, what do you think about the idea of there being retaliatory damage in this? Because the devs had alluded to it. That's unfortunate, that transmute thing. Darlock is nasty with A3 when you have Frenzy attack again. Yeah, you basically, I mean, I don't want to say you can't play Bull, but it's pretty close. I don't really want to do that, but I think it's worth. The fact that they sunk a bunch of blood into transmute is weird. Like, the powering out the Siren play, I don't understand here. I mean, Siren costs 5, so I don't have a ton of removal to deal with it. I'd have to basically Meteor Storm it, or Manticore or something like that. But yeah, against Darlock, you almost can't play Iron Bowl. You almost can't activate Ogma's A3. It's very weird. And it's interesting to some extent from a general mind games perspective of, okay, well, what do I now do because my entire game plan is upended? But at the same time, is it good that your entire game plan was upended? Like, that's not fun. So this is awkward because we just passed. Because we couldn't A3 a couple turns ago because we chose to kill the Siren. It might not have been worth killing the Siren, to be honest. We're again in the scenario where we're not going to be able to A3. Because we're going to have to A1 the Freya. I mean, they could end up doing something else. Actually, we can A3 and then Meteor Storm. Never mind. Gaulish Chief is horrific to play against Darlock. I don't see a whole lot of Gaulish Chief. I mean, I see it out of, obviously, random Briennes because of A3, but I don't see the card itself get played all that often. I haven't looked at it that much myself, but yeah, there's a long list. Well, maybe not a long list, but there's absolutely a list of things that are, yeah, I shouldn't have played that when you're playing against Darlock, which I guess is the same way old Zekon used to feel. They changed him before I unlocked him, so I never got to experience the old Zekon build, where you could corrupt something and do the double attack death thing via blood abilities. That's a problem. Well, it's not really a problem. Because we have that. And now we punch the face. So they do have 5 blood. The good news is that if we play something big and then they A3 it, we can now eat it with Arc Thunder. Consume as a thing. He's too slow, and for 6 costs, you use him in Ogma deck and combo with Ambush. Yeah, I could see that. The whole Ambush scenario seems to come up a fair amount, for better or worse. Yeah, when he comes off Brienne's A3, I have no problems with him, because as soon as you add Blitz, like, Blitz is minimum 2 mana to me. If you look at any, pick a Blitz minion. If you took 2 mana off of it, you're probably in the realm of what that thing would cost if you did not have Blitz. Maybe 3 mana. All right, we're going to do this. I expect we're going to have to Arc Thunder. Next turn, they can force Mutiny. I think it costs 9. But yeah, even old Sickle Stalker, like a 4/1 for 2 would probably not even be playable when Sickle Stalker cost 4. And then similarly, a 2/1 for 1 is probably not... Wait, this costs what? Oh, they transmuted. Okay, I was like, wait, what? All right, so this is really awkward. So the question is, do we do this? This guy's going to die anyway. Wait, what? Game? You can't eat Veil minions? That targets? I feel like I knew that. I had no idea that targeted. Or maybe I did, I don't know. Like, so, okay, that's how it works. Why? How would anybody know that? You knew that, you just forgot? I think that's true, Doc. But in all seriousness, like, how would anyone know that? We don't have something else. Does anything else have Veil? This has Veil. Cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. It does not say the word target on here. It specifically says that, which is not the same. Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. That's not where we wanted him to land. That's okay. I didn't want to eat the Broodmother, but we could have done that as well. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, this is a weird interaction. Like I said, it's fine that that's how it behaves, but it should say destroy target friendly minion. Play it in that lane, or something like that. The word target needs to be in Consume's definition. Like I said, it's fine that it's not. It obviously will have edge case scenarios where it impacts how things behave. What did you just bounce? It was the Broodmother, right? Yeah, it had to have been. The Venus is a problem, but we don't have anything that we can do about it. Like, this whole deck is this a Veil deck? Like, is that what's happening right now? I mean, we can hopefully get there, but we'll see. The longer we let that Venus tick, the more absurd it's going to get. I recall getting a Venus off of... It had to have been Celestial Palace or something, and we set up like a super degenerate... Desperate Charge turn. This is incredibly obnoxious, let me tell you. I honestly think we're going to Inferno Dragon. Like, I'm tired of this nonsense. This is stupid. This is so dumb. Minions can't be cursed. Oh my god, is Cupid gonna work? We're taking Cupid. I don't care. We're gonna make Cupid happen. What happens if they're already corrupted? Does Cupid erase it? I don't know if that's how that works. I assume it's not. It does erase it? Oh my god, this is gonna be great! I don't know if the game's gonna last to another A3. They already did Force Mutiny. Imagine if we had Cupid on the Force Mutiny turn. It's like, oh, you Force Mutinied. Funny story, Cupid. Get rocked. In fact, get chomped. One could say, get chomped. I need to redo that emote. But that is super obnoxious. I mean, we're gonna kill it, but... Oh, you Gorgon this, didn't you? I mean, they're at 7, so, like, you know. Is this the first non-Veil minion we've seen, seriously? No, we saw Harvest Knight. And they had Freya. Okay, so they have some non-Veil minions. It just so happened that they had 3 turns in a row of strictly Veil minions. Okay, so does anybody else think that Cersei looks like the one girl from Mean Girls? On Tuesdays we wear pink, or whatever the hell it is. Like, is it just me? GG. We are on the play. No, we're on the draw, naturally. Against Hyperia. And we're in Diamond. Okay. Trusted Vizier looking like Ben Kingsley. I have to Google this now. We'll pull this up after the game. Holy... You're not wrong. You're not wrong. She was also another fake Jennifer Love Hewitt. Was she really? I mean, I haven't seen that movie in 1,000 years, so... This was kind of a mistake. We didn't really need to do this, but it presents threats. We're going to A3 next turn, you know. I know, is Beard still in chat? Is Turtle making the cut in your list for Hyperia? I know you're a Hyperia man. Now she does Hallmarker. Yeah, I think that is true. I think I've seen that. Is it just me, or has Hallmark now become like a series? Ugh, that's really bad. I mean, we do have Consume, but holy crap, that's bad. We can pop our own stuff, so there is that going for us. Depends if it's an Earthen deck. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I feel like Hallmark and Hallmark movies have kind of exploded in pop culture popularity as of late. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hallmark or one of those channels like, hey, Full House female actress come to us. I mean, they reuse the same actors and actresses in like every movie, don't they, just about? Yeah, I'd absolutely agree with that, Beard. I mean, they haven't played any, but we don't know that they don't have them. Okay, well, maybe they are Earthen. They're running Lantern. I love putting the Demon Drake on top like this. It feels awesome. That? We're going to stem the bleeding a little bit. So this will trade and kill this guy. I mean, it would die anyway to the mermaid, even if this wasn't happening. Maybe we should have tagged this one. I don't know. That's not great for us. It's actually kind of bad. Oh, no, this guy can't attack yet. I was going to say it's kind of bad because we kind of want this guy to be able to attack. We're going to take the Pixie Queen. Or not attack. We want to have fodder for the Arc Thunder. It's weird to me. I feel as though 0 attack minions should just not attack. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. We do have the domain. This is going to be kind of lol. We do have the domain. Like, they just slammed all the Earth into a deck, but don't have Tree and Goliath in there. I mean, they might and just haven't seen it, but yeah. Tree and Goliath is a big deal. If they had one, they would have played it by now. Like, there's no shot they don't play it, right? Spirit Surge! Make it stop. Make it stop. Okay, so we can Tartarus and clear out a bunch of the crap. And I think we kind of want to do that. So it frees up our board space, it clears out their entire board, and now, like, they have to find a way to deal with this. They could have an answer for Tartarus, which would wipe out into main, but okay, you got me. Death Blossom. So the Dragon Snack is on top of our deck, which is a little annoying. This has, what, Suffer 1? I think we do this. A 4/5 Veil Tracker? Doc, you in chat? You haven't... How would you like this for your Keeper Lock? How would you like a 4/5 Veil Tracker for Keeper Lock? So we can't play the Dragon Snack right now, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're going to play a 7/11 Demon Drake. 4/5 would be nice. It's good at 2/3. Yeah, that's what I figured. So we're actually behind in the damage race because of Gaia's Blessing, and did they won with Nature? They won with Nature. Or merge with Nature, rather. What is One with Nature a card? How'd you get a 4/5? It came off of... It's a Fae, so we got it off of the Pixie Queen, which came off of a Freya. That's a Virility Witch. We could lose this. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So we're going to wipe the board. We'll play a Dragon Snack. And we'll set up Magnosaurus. Lol, it's a Fae. Yep, it is. I mean, I guess it's an elf. Like, there are no elves in this game, right? So, elves are Fae. They're the Fae folk. One with Nature's MTG. Okay. I mean, I played so many card games that, like, a lot of the name, like, Fireball, lightning bolt. These are things that happen all the time. All right, that's another virility witch. That's concerning. Like, do we do this? Probably. Like, we probably do this. Play the Veil Tracker. Lol. Yeah, I guess Faye is elf in this game. I believe that's the case. I mean, it would make sense based on what we've seen. So we do have lethal, because this guy... No, he doesn't have stealth anymore, right? So we'd have to kill this? Or get it out of the way? Yeah,